Welcome everyone to another Linux test live stream here, testing our newly patched, also this is of course wrong, newly patched Ofast or partially hot path, hot file, Ofast optimized Linux distribution. What could possibly go wrong? Like something. And actually I need to do one thing differently. I patched this, of course, yesterday to not have this CRT of fastmeth linked in, and also let's use original. Maybe I should just not HDA, but my just brand new connected dev SD, or is it SD, SDB, I guess. Maybe I need to manually override write access to that, maybe not. So also Efi, so I want to install this on my brand new not a paid advertisement T7, because my T2, I guess it's T2, gets a little bit upgraded previous video. Not a paid advertisement. So my new Road Warrior, potentially using dogfooding my own Linux distribution. And one thing I saw already is this GNU org stuff, which is obviously totally not cool. Also I also noticed that the other day, this is also not cool, that is also hilarious. So there is some bug with virt.io or virt.io GPU. It's hilarious that we always have these bugs. I think it somehow is when you resize it in a bad moment, a boot up or stuff, which is anyway. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so that otherwise it's sometimes off here, which is hilarious. So this GNU org stuff we tackle later. I also have 0 frames for the moment. I also need to stop this video. So the point is to see what is broken and then use it, because this installation here is getting old. Actually, this is not even my real too many terminals. So it's soon 7 years or so, which obviously is a testament to our just mostly raw Linux and otherwise fixed rolling release from source distribution. So the one thing I want to do, so oops, where's my focus? Why is there always something with this virt.io? Don't. How can this be so broken? That is ridiculous. I think I should not run with virt.io GL. So there is some bug which I'm not hunting today, which maybe if you want to do it, then leave in the comments below. Actually, I think we don't need it like that. We can use the default, which probably is GTK. Oops. What? What? We need this bloody display? Oh, seriously? If you specified the menu like that? Come on. Maybe intentionally, apparently. All I wanted to do is test this, and all the time I spent already with virt.io hiccup. So the only other one thing, so that should be a factory brand new drive here, as you see, NTFS factory extfat. Nah. Okay, to install T2, of course, install. Of course, I will do some. So this is not ideal. No, this is alphabetically listed. And the CD virtual C drive before. What do we use for that? So I think I use like 1 terabyte and leave the rest for resizing or testing or whatever. Wait, we need the FAT, of course. Let's 512 bootable makes a difference, who knows. type EFI system or whatever. And also, so people suggested improvements. Welcome everyone. So we will probably soon add some auto setup, like destroy all data in setup 42. So people don't need to mess with it. There is even some, here, probably EF. That probably should be good. And then, so the only thing is did I had already, okay, we have to actually create a Lux encrypted partition. Okay, that didn't quite work as expected. It's not a valid whatever. So I want this all encrypted, need to check what we did wrong there. Does it take so long? So yeah, probably. So theoretically, you know what, we should be professionals and make some notes. So basically, bloody GNU org profile D. So yeah, 2022 and stuff. Install strange profile D stuff. Installer. Is that welcome everyone? So yeah, I patched this anyway, right? So I did not commit this yet, but so I will, in my opinion, Ofast like that is pointless, so I patched in previous video. So in T2 from probably later today, the like Ofast will not include unsafe math optimizations and not link in with Ofast, not link in this bloody CRT fast mess. Certainly making another patch, like another small patch 42, another big leap for world domination of T2 or something. I probably need to work on that advertising slogan. Anyway, so where is my, here. Open as root, I think we used root. And, oops. Then let's see what we got here. So now we got root not mounted. So then create a file system, better fs. So ideally this should be a little bit more automated. I need to debug, but that is not the point of this video. And welcome everyone. And then so what I also will actually, what I have already on my to-do, but what we can refresh is, I think I have probably, no, I thought I had, like better fs tab and default set standard compress equals something. That needs a little bit more rearranging of some etc fs tab takeover code. So currently that should not, I think the default is not compressed, but I like my stuff by default compressed. So in T2, if you change something here, it will be taken over into the etcfs tab though. So mount or remount, compress set standard. I think grub has code for that, hopefully. So then, wait, we also need create a file system, fed, put EFI, I think. So let's see if that works. I don't even test EFI most often. Let's see what we're going to get. I think UB undefined behavior probably. The thing is just that Itanium with this explicit parallel, epic, explicit parallel, whatever. No, not epic. Yeah, whatever that was. Not only explicit parallel, but also it never was the most popular and abundant and stuff, and unmaintained. So far so good, stuff still comes up. So this is the latest and greatest T2 trunk of last night. It's basically fresh out of the Ryzen compiler. Ah darn, this was slightly bad. Okay, let's auto-configure, let's see what happens here. Okay, that is not ideal, obviously. So we had seen that previously. I actually lose overview of do we manually? But I think it still has a chance to boot up, right? Probably. Should this be? Okay, it has at least installed something. And so the setup should be that, oops. What have I even done here? That T2 now supports it's also different from my previous, because previous, or I don't need to hold that into the camera though, right? For my previous SSD. In the previous SSD I had the grub config readable, so I think this is beneficial in that the attacker only knows, hey, it's using grub and nothing more, right? Is it BSD? Is it cubes? Cubes? Is it called cubes, right? Probably we need to add more stuff. So I've not tested that too often yet. So if he was okay, so another to do if he was for grub to install something. I saw reports of other users earlier, but there's always so much I can't take each and every single report too seriously. So guess unmount and reboots, let's see what happens. Okay, so I also, but that's also the thing, right? And why I'm not getting to my microkernel. There is always, I should also like grab to default, like example, boot installed HD for EFI. That is not easy, so this is just the chain load that doesn't work with EFI. So that is tricky. So basically, but anyway, we should ideally scan for other EFI fat partitions and chain load those. It is more complex and for another day. Let's see if we get this here as wait, so this, why does this not show up here? Should this not show up here? Ah, is this even, this is this MISC device apparently. Okay, that doesn't work for some reason. Always something. Of course I try the most complex. I slightly wonder. It's funny that it's doing that as MS-DOS 2 and not GPT 2. That is a little bit strange. Darn, if typing always a pain here. So of course something broke, because of course, or a grub setup crypt. I don't. Does it not have? Why does it not have? Was it not cat? Does grub not have cat? So it might be. Was it not ls mode? It might be simply that we are missing some crypto modules. Maybe we should copy. I apparently we don't copy. That is always probably shouldn't try that stuff live on YouTube. That is, except if you want to see troubleshooting the stuff. Oh, this is awesome. That is no bit of annoyance. Okay, let's. Yeah. Because now we need to crypt open this constantly. Why did I previously not copy all the scrub modules there? So that, yeah, so obviously the script mount, and this is also implementation deficiency of grub, that it refreshes the whole screen. This is this kind of stuff. The best of the industry do that, and I have to wonder, like, is it not obviously if you work with this, you don't even see the error message, right? I said this before, like old-fashioned Zilo, Yabut stuff of like printing lines and stuff. Everything you need to do yourself. Let's see what happens if we copy all of the... That probably grub modules here. I think here should work. Or is it not a full featured? No, it doesn't matter. This doesn't have... oh, come on. Maybe it's to learn something, to think logically, not to try random stuff around. By the way, with which prefix did we generate that? Not that it fails immediately with some prefix. Grub prefix. I mean, it should include some Luke's 2 modules, apparently, maybe. So maybe it's not that, but who knows. Where do we have the prefix? Prefix efi boot. So how was it? I think this is a whole... I mean, the thing is, maybe we shouldn't even... It's like also years later, there's always one more thing and refinements. Maybe we should even not generate the image with all the Luke stuff then and copy them. But anyway, first it needs to work. So the prefix looks okay. I think we can remove some of those modules. I just forgot which of them, but it doesn't matter. Either it's using mod or module, one of those, whichever it was. I would see in our installer ISO code, but it's not the most important. Still doesn't work. Shit. Yeah, that is super annoying. So why does this not have cat? Does it not have a... It has a cat module. Wait, should it not? maybe now we have cat. Now we have cat. Amazing. Okay, so the insmod works. So let's see what is still. Do we have this UUID defined? That is still defined. Then we can crypto mount UUID. Invalid passphrase. No, that is the right passphrase. Hello? I'm pretty sure that is what I typed there. That sucks a bit. Could be algorithm mismatch. Also, yeah, I mean, of all the things I did not want it to debug today is why grub2 doesn't do some That is a little bit strange. We remove all the SSE stuff, right? I hope that is true. Okay, that is now extreme pain to debug. The only constant is change and regressions. I'm a little bit disappointed. This is of course now really painful to debug because you need the most uncomfortable early boot environment. Build grub with debug symbols, attach a debugger and all this nightmare, or add some print case, constantly regenerate your stuff. That is really sad. Maybe I pause the video here and poke around a little bit because that is not really what I wanted to do right now. Or do we? Or maybe I close this video to get more views. So it's the tricks of YouTubers. Maybe that's a better thing. And I continue live streaming either in some minutes or hours because I also wanted to like test my own stuff and build more stuff like OBS, like what I would need to live stream from that on like my new PC or so. Like Qt and OBS and testing all this stuff in dependencies. So yeah, that is another to do, which is crazy. I mean, I could reinstall with Lux 1 because it's now Lux 2, like crypts, like reinstall with crypt setup. That's what I guess it could be potentially, maybe, but I would also, I mean, I would otherwise hope this not stellar C code would print out. I don't support this hash algorithm stuff. Anyway, that's for this video. Oh, wait a second, did we, we did this, and we did it to do for my list, amazing. Yeah, of all things that could broke, that is. Anyway, leave in the comments below how impressed you are with the state of the Linux desktop. Hope you learned something, especially that the only constant is change and regressions. What you're saying about the unified kernel image on, what do you mean with that? What about the unified kernel image on EFI systems? I have no idea what you mean with that. We have already one image, right? This supports our ISO and kernel supports both MBR and EFI. Anyway, if you have further questions to that, leave it in the comments below. Happy to answer that. Otherwise, hope you learned something, especially that software NC is apparently hard. See you next time. But hey, Europe.